All right. Well, here's a special presentation. I've done a few, the news and news, where we look at news articles every day and how we can prep for what's in the news. And there's been so many lately about garage break-ins, thefts from garage, that I thought let's do something specific on garage and home security. So I think this one's very important because it is, again, very prevalent. Generally all either know someone who's had their garage broken into or experienced ourselves. So do us all a favor, share this with everyone, subscribe for more tips, and let's get into it. Behaviors. The biggest thing is changing your behaviors. Security and convenience are often at odds. You have to find a balance with that. So if I want to have more security, I've got to take the time to actually lock my doors. I might have to do certain things that are slightly inconvenient, cost me a few more seconds of my time, but it's habits we have to develop. That's behavioral change. We have to do that. So every day, every night, when you before you go to bed, this is part of my routine. I do this consistently. Do a walk around the house and make sure all of your exterior doors and windows are locked. Check that you remembered to close the garage door, that all the doors and windows are locked. The door from the garage to the house is locked. If you have, security lighting, if the switch has to be up, make sure nobody has accidentally turned it down. Do a walk around, make sure everything's as it should be and in order. When you get up in the morning, you could do another search or another sweep. And as you're getting your coffee or whatever, just have a walk around. Does it look like anything had been tampered with or broken into during the night? Lock your doors to your house and your car. Lock them all the time. We'll talk about this in the vehicle one as well, but if you're in the car, lock it. While you're driving, lock the door. It's safer. If you're in a collision, you roll over, you're impacted by somebody, it is safer for you if those doors remain closed. Locking them helps with that. It'll help prevent carjacking. If someone's going to quickly open your door and hop into your vehicle, a little tougher if the doors are locked. Right? You can lock them all the time. You're parking your car in your garage, lock the car. You're parking it in your driveway, lock the car. You're working in the backyard, lock the front door. I'm at my farm right now and my front door is locked. I have no expectation that anyone's even going to drive out here. But you know what? Doesn't cost me anything to have the front door locked. Leave doors open as little as possible. So even if you're working in the front yard, in your driveway, close your garage door. Get the tools you need out of there. Get whatever you need out. Close it. I have talked to a lot of people, both law enforcement friends, people that have been broken into, where they say that the criminals, and they're not bad actors, they're criminals. They were down the street or across the street with binoculars, checking out anyone who was leaving their garage door open to see what was in there. Keep the doors closed. Reduce visibility. Don't leave your stuff out on display. Look out for your neighbors. This is a big one. Where's your community? Get to know your neighbors. What's normal for your area? We sold a house in the city recently, and to enable us to move out to the farm. And one of my neighbors, he said, yeah, he walked down and there was a couple of young kids, he said, kind of looking in the windows, knocking at the door. I wasn't home, of course. Well, not of course, you don't know that, but I wasn't home. And he walked up, he said, hey, what are you guys doing? They said, oh yeah, we're here to look at the house. It's for sale. And the owner told us to just meet him here. So we're just waiting. And he knew that I was selling it through a realtor. He knew that I was doing everything through a realtor. And so he said, well, you know what? I'll just wait here with you. And the two younger individuals decided maybe they were busy now and they should get going. Look out for your neighbors. Don't post your vacation updates and photos until you get home. My goodness, how many times you see this where people are, here we are, miles and miles and miles away for another month. All week we're gone. It's an open invitation for people to come and break into your house. Don't do it. I know we want to share every waking minute, every single, you know, dirty diaper and new word and colorful picture and, picture of everything we're doing. Don't do it. Don't share that stuff. If you want to post it when you're home. The garage. Keep the door from the garage to the house locked. Just keep it locked in general. Unlock it when you got to go through it. Close it when you're in the house. Lock it. Take the handle off the little cord that hangs down that connects your door to the track or the motor, because that's an easy way for people to pull that, deactivate it, and then lift your door. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. Take it off. Consider having additional locks on the door. Now there's all kinds. There's some that it's the bolts, through the door itself into the frame. You can get some that close and lock from the outside. You can even put a lock through, as you see in that one picture, the door, the track on the inside, so that the roller can't get past it. If you're going to go away on vacation, do that. Or if you're thinking that you need some extra security, or you're a little bit suspicious, or you're increasing your security level, lock it up. You don't want to get a padlock. Do you have a woodworking clamp? Do you have a clamp of any kind? If you're going away, clamp that. Clamp it around the frame so the roller can't roll past it. Have a block of wood that you can put in at the top of the door, between the top and there's probably a header or something. Keep your valuables out of plain sight. If you have windows in your garage, well, put bars on them. And otherwise, keep your valuables out of sight. Don't have your expensive tools, your chainsaw, whatever it is, your bikes visible. Consider alarms for your garage. Contents in your garage, lock them up. Lock your valuables up. If you've got an e-bike or a very expensive road bike or mountain bike or whatever bike, a motorcycle, lock it up. Have a way to secure it to, the wall, the floor, an anchor. Have a robust chain. Make it more inconvenient for someone to rob you. Don't let people have an easy time of stealing things from you. Take pictures of your stuff and record the serial numbers. Check your insurance. What's your insurance coverage on the contents? Mark your valuables. I don't know if they still have those trace pens, but it would leave a little micro dot or invisible ink kind of stuff on the content that the police could then scan. Etch your name into it, right? Record all this stuff. Make it hard for people to steal from you. Vehicles. Don't leave your remote in the vehicles that are parked outside. Is it inconvenient to have to take the remote off your visor? Sure. Do it. Take the remote inside with you. Make it part of your routine, right? You probably take your work bag in with you. When you grab your work bag, grab the remote. Put the remote on your work bag. Lock your vehicles at all times. Again, when you're driving, when it's parked in the driveway, when it's parked in the garage, lock it. Keep your vehicles out of sight in your vehicle. If you've got a trunk full of stuff or the back's full, cover it. Throw a blanket. Throw that spare emergency blanket you have over top of your stuff so people can't see what's there. Could be a pile of recycling, or it could be a whole bunch of computers. They don't know. Consider multiple locking devices. Now, some people say, and they show videos of the clubs that are on steering wheels, quickly being circumvented by criminals. Maybe. But it's one more thing, right? Maybe you have a wheel chock that you put on your vehicle. If you've got a trailer, put a hitch lock on it. Lots of people use bollards. There's automatic, there's pop-up bollards, there's removable bollards, there's permanent bollards. There's all kinds of things you could do. If you're going to leave your vehicles in the driveway, consider bollards. Is it more inconvenient? Sure. But if you've got a lot of valuable stuff and you're worried about this, security versus convenience, think about all these things. Your house. Consider alarms for your house. Harden your doors and windows. Get bars, locks. Something as simple as changing the little tiny screws that are on your front door on the hinges and the latch plates and everything. Replace them with big screws, 3.5, 4-inch construction screws. Have bars you can put across your door. Again, you may not use it all the time, but you may want to. On your garage, you might feel, for whatever reason, maybe you feel more threatened at certain times. Lots of crazy stuff goes on in our world. Maybe you want to be able to quickly increase your security. It might be a permanent bar you can put across the door. It might be a temporary bar that you put under the doorknob. It might be a chair that you keep by the door that you can sit on to put your shoes on, that you can just put the chair against the door. Anything to harden the security. If you have spare keys outside, think about where you're putting them. Maybe have a little punch code lockbox to put them in. Have some secret place that would be very, very tough to find. Don't just throw them under the mat or the planter or on top of the door frame. Install a secure box on your step. If you get a lot of online deliveries, I don't get any because I don't order stuff online. But if you do, consider getting a large box with a punch code or a combination lock, something like that you can lock. Give the code to the delivery person. If they are legit, they will have the code, and so that they can open it, put the package inside, lock it up again. Right? Again, get to know your neighbors. That's a good way too. Climbing aids outside your house. If you have trees that someone can easily climb to get into a second-story window or onto your roof, trees are lovely. Trees are nice. Consider cutting the limbs on it. Make it harder for someone to climb that tree. Maybe you need bars on that particular window for the second story. If you have a ladder outside that you use for cleaning your windows and whatnot, chain it to your garage. Chain it to your fence. Don't just leave a ladder there that someone can grab, quickly climb up, and get into your house. There was a rash of people coming around saying, "Oh, we're window cleaners. We're window cleaners." Well, that's a little suspicious to me, right? I think maybe they're just scoping out my house. One guy showed up and I said, "Oh, you want to clean my windows?" I said, "Tell me what you're going to do." "Well, I'll get up, I'll clean all your windows, even the second story ones." I said, "Great. What's that going to cost?" "Well, this will be the cost." And he said, "Do you have a ladder I can borrow?" "No." And he even asked me for cleaning supplies. I said, "Where are your cleaning supplies if you're a window cleaner?" "Well, I was going to borrow some from you." How many red flags do you need before the bull runs you over? Prune vegetation to allow visibility. So if you have trees, you want to be able, for your security and to be able to, for people, police driving by, you approaching your home, you want to be able to see that no one's hiding in the bushes waiting to jump out and attack you or hide there to survey your house. Keep things pruned up on trees. It helps prevent climbing and gives you better visibility. And keep things pruned low if they're against your windows. You don't want it obscuring the window so you can't see out. If you are planting shrubbery beneath your windows, that's great. It kind of provides you a buffer. A lot of, cotoneaster, there's different shrubs that are very dense, very hard to get through, very difficult and uncomfortable to get through. Thorn bushes, rose bushes, all kinds of defensive plants you can use. Keep them low and keep them nasty. Lights, camera, and hopefully no action. Have security lights, have motion lights, put an additional light. You don't want to wire, get solar motion lights. I got lots of that stuff set up. Put in cameras, could be a webcam, a trail cam, whatever you want, get cameras. And alarms, get all that stuff in there. Do whatever you can. Your house, signage, neighborhood watch, crime watch, community surveillance groups. If you're part of it, great. Get a sign, post it, let people know. Be loud and proud that you're looking out for your neighbors. Beware of dog. You might have a dog, you might not. They don't know that. Video surveillance, alarms. You may or may not have that stuff. Put signage up that you think would deter people. Make them think, make it harder for them to get into your place than someone else's. That's it. That's all. Please share this with people. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to learn these lessons. Let's not make the same mistakes twice. When I keep seeing over and over and over and hearing stories over and over about my garage was broken into again. Well, if you did everything that you could do, you still might get broken into. Absolutely. But let's do everything we can do first. Please share this video with all your friends, with all your family. It's very important. We have to take steps to protect ourselves and to look out for each other. Share and subscribe for more cool videos. Thanks very much.